So, in fact, I was asked to be brief, so I will only report on the afternoon session, knowing that Ted Lazo will also report on all the different aspects. So I will only focus on this afternoon. And mainly, the topic of this afternoon was next steps. And you have expressed so many things. I will be not exhaustive, but try to catch some few points. The first element which occurs is that finally this is not a scientific issue, but the problem this is in the end of individuals working together. This is the key point that you express with regard to the future. And among the individuals, first of all, of course, we heard about the mothers who have to take care about their children and the future of their children. The expert from radiation protection, from medical fields, among others, who has to provide support and to have the role of liaison, as it was expressed also this morning. The journalist and the mass media was largely the topic of the discussion today. They have to disseminate what we can call relevant information of daily life. The farmers, it has been expressed that the key point is to promote good quality product. We have heard about the test of the product, not only the level of concentration of radionuclide concentration. The teachers, they have to develop radiation protection culture at school, and the authority who have to respect individual choices, but also to provide information and also to provide some support for the future. Then you enter into a discussion. Radiation protection, is it still an issue in the day-to-day life? And finally, we heard different point of view. There is a large variety of situations. If we discuss about the situation of evacuees compared to the people who have not been evacuated, who are still living in their home life, the people who are inside the Fukushima prefecture compared to those who are living outside the Fukushima prefecture, and 4.5 years after the accident, the situation is quite different. And even in the same city, there is not a single answer or a single attitude. You have a variety of situations. And finally, what is quite important with regard to that is to respect the individual situation and concern. And with regard to this question of radiation protection, it was also mentioned that it's necessary to not forget Fukushima, but it's also necessary to disseminate the reality with all the variety of situations. Then we try to summarize the key point, and we say some key challenges, but it's not only challenges, it's also concerns. There is no magic solution for the future, so we try to have a list of different key challenges and concerns which have been expressed. The first element is that it's difficult to imagine the far future, and maybe one of the first concerns is to prepare the situation in 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now. We heard about 10, 15 years from now, depending also on the situation. Radiation is only one facet of the problem. We have seen that so many aspects have to be considered with regard to that. It is important to understand the situation and to manage people's stress. This has been also mentioned by several of you during the discussion this afternoon. Of course, one key concern that you express is to overcome false rumors. And the false rumors was said to say that the radiation may cause some effect, but we have to be realistic with regard to that and to really express what is at stake with regard to the situation in the Fukushima prefecture. Also the point to avoid discrimination of Fukushima people. This is some element which have been largely discussed this morning, but which have been also addressed this afternoon. One key challenge for the future is to ensure safety, health and welfare of the children. This is something that we have already heard since the beginning of the dialogue. It's also important to support individuals in their own environment and situation, to provide a fair environment for the future, and then with the environment we may have not only the nature, not only the radiological aspect, but the global atmosphere or climate, as it has been expressed also this morning. Another element which appears to be really important is to tell the stories of Fukushima and continue to communicate experience with other inside and outside Fukushima, and also to transmit all these aspects to future generations. During this afternoon session, there was a strong concern which had been expressed with regard to the future of energy policy, notably in the Fukushima prefecture. And finally, experiences of Belarus and Norway have been told to provide hope for a bright future. So this is some few points without specific order. This is the list of challenges and concerns that we have quoted during this afternoon session. And finally, it appeared to be important to give some few words which have been expressed and which maybe put more realistically or more in human dimension the topic which have been addressed this afternoon. First of all, some of you have said that each of us has our own life beyond the radiation issue. With regard to numbers, one of you said that numbers should not control our lives, they should help us make our lives better. And it's also some element which have been said that it is better to start on the right foot. We are shadow and living people together, so this is the dilemma that you are confronted with. The hope is to see a bright side for the future. We have to respect each route. I really want you to take time to digest the information. I want my children to recognize what their parents have done to protect them. It is my role to prepare the village for the future for my children. And finally, Fukushima people lost something forever. It is not possible to forget, but at the same time, we have to move forward. Thank you.